All right, let's get back to it. So, first problem we're going to do, or the next problem we're going to do, is we're going to find the trigonometric values. This is number 44. And it's sine of negative pi over 2. Okay, so sine of negative pi over 2 radians. Oh. Okay, now let's just go ahead. We're going to go ahead and draw that. So if we draw that out, we'll find negative pi over 2. So now, I mentioned this the other day. I mention again, anytime you have a negative angle in math, that's indicating clockwise motion, whereas positive is counterclockwise. So this angle is going to be headed down this direction. So we're looking at this angle. Okay. So now we have to ask, what is the point, for example, on the unit circle? The point on the unit circle is down here. Okay, so that's going to be 0, negative 1. So the sine of negative pi over 2 is negative 1. Incidentally, the cosine of negative pi over 2 is 0. Okay. Tangent of negative pi over 2, well, that would be y over x. That's undefined here. Okay. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 66. It gives us cotangent of 3 pi over 4. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to draw that again. Now, 3 pi over 4. Do you remember where that was? Well, there's a nice, easy way to think about it. Okay, I do not have my calculator. There we go. Okay, so now I know where it is, of course. But if you don't know where it is, you can sort of come up with an idea. And I think a lot of students have a better idea with degrees than radians. So what I would do is I would just convert it first if I'm having trouble. So I take 3 times 180 divided by 4, and it's 135 degrees. Okay, so I'll just remember 3 pi over 4 corresponds to 135 degrees. And now I think everyone knows where that should be. That's going to be right in here. Okay, so we've got this angle. Okay, it's halfway through. That means it's in the middle of that unit circle. Okay, so that means this point here, it's going to be the square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, but one of them is negative, right? The x is negative. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so much to remember. I know, but you'll get the hang of it. So now, remember, cotangent is x over y. So in this case, it's going to be negative root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2. And that's going to come out to be negative 1. Okay? All right, let's try another one. 82. Cosine of negative 5 pi over 4. Okay, so let's draw this again. Okay, so we're doing 5 pi over 4, but negative. Okay, so negative 5 pi over 4. I'm not going to convert this one. I'm going to sort of give you guys another way to think about it. I'm trying to give you guys multiple ways that you could think about it. You could, of course, convert this as well. Okay, but I'm going to think about it this way this time. 5 pi over 4, I'm going to think about it as pi plus pi over 4. So negative 5 pi over 4 is negative pi minus pi over 4. Okay, so now negative pi is there, and then another pi over 4. So it's going to be here again. Oh man, that's the same thing that we just, same gosh darn angle. Okay, except for we're coming at it from this direction. Okay, so again, we have the point. In fact, I'm not even going to write it again. I'm just going to copy it and paste from here. Okay, I have to find the cosine. Cosine's just the x, right? So the cosine 5 pi over 4 is going to be negative square root of 2 over 2. Okay, let's try one more. Okay, let's do 98. We're going to take the tangent of 31 pi over 3. Okay, I want you guys to think about this one for a second. Okay, so how am I going to do this? I'm going to do this the same way I just did this last one. I'm going to say that 31 pi over 3 equals, I can simplify this to 30 pi over 3 plus pi over 3. Now 30 pi over 3, that's just going to be 10 pi, right? Okay, so 10 pi, that's 5 total rotations. Okay, whereas the negative pi that was up here, that was half a rotation. By the way, that was clockwise. This is counterclockwise. Honestly, that part doesn't matter so much here, except for on the end, right? Because a full clockwise and a full counterclockwise rotation, you really can't tell the difference unless you're doing crazy stuff, okay? All right, so 31 pi over 3 is correspondent to the pi over 3 angle. So we're going to have the angle here that goes with pi over, that goes with pi over 3. We remember what pi over 3, not pi over 6. Oops. Pi over 3 is more like that. 60 degrees. So that's going to be on the upper side. So that's, and I know that it's going to take some time to get used to. Square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. Okay, so tangent is, remember, y over x. Okay, so that's going to be 1/2 divided by square root of 3 over 2. So 1 over square root of 3. And remember, we have to rationalize that. So that's going to be square root of 3 over 3. Okay? All right. I'll see you all in the next video.